Better?
There it goes.
I think.
Thank you all. This is Scratch and Jack, your hosts for Amazing Plastic Across the Pond Hangout. And today we have joining us three people, and I asked them to talk a lot. A Missourian, a Canadian, and of course somebody from England. And he has to holler because he's got to holler all the way across the pond. But anyway, we've got some model stuff going on here. Amazing Plastic is an amazing, Amazing Plastic is a Google Plus community of scale modelers of all shapes and sizes, genre, interests, and skill levels who'd like to share one another's tips and tricks with one another, as well as revel and celebrate one another's scale modeling achievements. And starting today, to my Google left, we have our resident Missourian, Bob. How you doing, Bob?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Bob Busking. I'm from just west of St. Louis, Missouri. And very early in the morning. And here's my TIE fighter that I just finished.
Nice.
And
that was the Rebel. That was the Rebel pop together, the snap together one, right?
Yep. And right now I'm working on the Vader's TIE fighter. I'm drilling holes in the cockpit for the lighting. I'm going to add to it.
Nice. So you're on a villains stretch like I was when I was doing all these Klingon ships all at one time. You got the taste, the flavor for the villains.
You put the bug in my ear for the to do the trench scene, and so I'm working on the ships for that.
Well, at that scale, you're going to have a trench scene that's about 32 feet long.
No, about probably 2.5 feet long.
Okay. There is somebody who had done that with the Rebel kits on the community. I can't remember the guy's name. But he actually made a trench, and I think he had bought resin parts, because you can buy resin parts for the surface of the Death Star. Am I right?
I don't know. I'm going to use foam core. I want to make it look the wall look blurry behind the ships.
Well, that was the bug I put your ear. I wanted to do that, but I'm going to do it with the fine molds kits, which are much smaller than the Rebel kits. Well, I can help you out there. I'll tell you a little later. I can help you out with that trench scene.
These are also real close to scale for the Hasbro Falcons, so you could conceivably hang these around your Falcon and have them attacking that.
Nice. Nice. So that will be all for you?
That's all I got today, right now.
I told you got to talk
about how to break a drill bit. How to break a micro drill bit. I'm real good at that. I've done 3 since we've talking.
Okay. Next up we have James.
Good morning there, Jack.
How you doing, James?
I'm actually doing kind of fine. At least we're not dealing with here what's happening across the pond here in Buffalo. So we've been pretty lucky that way.
Buffalo got 7 feet of snow, and you probably got a spit.
No, we got about 2 centimeters, so that's all we got. So
2 centimeters, almost an inch.
Yeah.
Enough for me.
Imperial measurists. So what do you have going on?
Okay, well, I'm back on my 329 project, and I'm working on the skin for the bottom of the right nacelle. So it will go. It will go on here once it's totally fitted.
Nice.
So that's what I'm working on now. So that's a day's work right there, just in that. So
James is our resident paper modeler, and is it true that in paper modeling, it's tab A into slot B?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. I was hoping to make your hobby pornographic, but that wasn't going to work.
Yeah. No, it doesn't work.
Okay.
It's usually
talking about porn. Jeez.
It's so early in the morning, and to people in other countries. Wow. Next up, we have Jay. How you doing, Jay?
I am awake. Barely. Um, I am not joking about this. I was having one of the weirdest dreams of my life. I woke up, looked at the clock, and it was like 10 minutes to 8. I thought, you know what? I'm not going to relive that dream again. I'm getting it. So,
I had something like that the other day, but
oh,
I
man.
can't really remember it. I just remember feeling very uncomfortable in the dream, if that's possible. So you're doing a lot of video,
Yeah.
the Evil Duck Workshop videos.
Yes.
You know what? You've been getting a lot of good response about your videos. And go to Evil Duck Workshop at
Evil
Google
Duck.
Plus?
Evil Duck Workshop at Google Plus, or you can just go to the Evil Duck Workshop website. New episodes are always going up on there. I've done 2 so far, and I'm going to keep doing them because I really enjoy doing them, and people seem to like it.
Uh-huh. Well, there seems to like it. Your videos actually are quite entertaining. Your personality, your real personality, does come out. And you said last night when I was talking to you, you're really enjoying doing those videos.
Yes.
And just as much as we're enjoying watching them. So anybody out there watching this Hangout, do check out evilduckworkshop.com or the Evil Duck Workshop Google Plus community. And see what Jay's up to. And so far, he's, gosh, what have you talked about? You've talked about all kinds of things thus far, mainly painting. And next up, you're going to be building props.
Yeah, we're gonna start working on props this week. I'm still gonna be working on restoring the old Buck Rogers Marauder model.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take that all the way through to finish. Do a little bit more on the scratch building of the Dark Star, and just having fun basically, but trying to keep it informative but not dull.
Well, thanks, Jay. And next up, we have Randall. How you doing, Randall?
Hi, Jack. How are you? Feeling any better
Well,
these
we
days?
can't hear you.
Are you
We
feeling
can
any
see you
better?
smiling, but we can't hear you.
Uh,
Well, hold up what you're working on now. Oh. All right, people. Got to help me out. That is definitely it's a phantom. Okay.
yep, that's it. It's
Is that right? Just shake your head. Yep.
yeah.
Okay, good. And you're in the final stages of it being put together and painted.
Yeah, met I've just put a
Wish those
gloss
weren't signed.
Sign language.
I can hear him fine. I don't know what your problem is.
Okay, there you go. It's the British Royal Air Force. No, is it
Royal
French?
Navy.
British or French?
British
Okay,
Royal
I guess
Navy.
it's British. You know, why did the British put bullseyes on their planes? There you go, British Phantom. Excellent. Okay, all right. But I still say, why did the British put bullseyes on the planes?
Probably.
He's the enemy, that's what.
Yeah.
It's a throwback to the First World War.
I'd say it's more of an "I dare you" challenge type.
Yeah.
Your challenge. Randall, you can open up your comment box if you wanted to tell us more or something. Of course, that would be. I have my chat box open.
Unfortunately,
All right,
you can't.
guys, nobody's watching us. I'm going to try screen sharing. Let's go back to the community here. I thought I had something set up, but I do not. There is something that caught my eye. What was it? Shit, I can't remember. That's stupid of me. Bob, you've posted a lot of stuff lately, and Bob, you put a lot of detail into this. Let's try. And this is the I have the TIE Fighter right up here that you're working on. And
That's the one I'm working
it
on
is
now,
a
yeah.
cockpit. The cockpit is actually pretty detailed, and it's actually pretty cool. And one of the things inside the cockpit is a figure of Darth Vader. And here I have your work. You're putting a heck of a lot more into it than I did. I just
That's the
painted
way he
it
comes
black.
right out of the box.
Huh?
That's the way he comes right out of the box.
Get out.
Yeah, I haven't started on him yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You showed me a picture of the space shuttle, and I thought it was yours, but it was actually the real thing.
But I am going to work on him. I'm going to highlight him a little bit, bring out some of his details. But yeah, that's where he comes right out of the box.
This is panels inside. I do recognize these. Or were they already painted this way?
They're already painted like that. I'm drilling holes in them right now for the
Okay,
fiber
the snap
optic to go
kit.
through.
Then the snap kit was somewhat semi-finished.
Yeah, it comes pre-painted.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rebel's been doing that lately.
Okay. Well, that's not bad, actually. You can add to it. Looks like, and it's regular styrene.
Yep.
Huh. Look, and it's on the sprues, and they printed all the color and markings on them. Wow. Okay.
Cool. Bob's been posting a lot over at Ray Guns, Robots, and Rocket Ships as well, and some of the stuff he's found is just amazing.
Disney stuff I stumbled across purely by accident.
Oh man,
I just had to share that.
You know, that TWA Moonliner is actually showing up again for the first time. There's a new Mickey Mouse cartoon coming out on the Disney Channel, and they use that TWA Moonliner in it. You know, which really kind of surprised me.
Mm.
And Aries just got here, Jack.
Oh, yes, Aries just got here, but his, what do you call it? His avatar is showing, nothing else.
I hate when my avatar is showing.
Oh, I hate that. Got to zip.
Somebody had to say it. It might as well have been me.
Well, Alex Dahm, a gentleman from, I do believe, Germany, is just an amazing model builder, if you ask me. Here we go. He had posted this picture of what looks like the Dodge Charger.
The Ford Mustang, 2010.
Okay, Aries. You know what? I don't know my cars. I just like building them. I really don't. I honestly don't. I know the old, like the 60s and 70s rather well because that was my era of loving cars. They've changed them so much so that no, it's a Cobra. Look at that. Okay,
Yeah.
It's got a little Cobra on it. His attention to detail, you got to admit, is nothing short than amazing. Oh, even got the engine. I hate to say it this way, but in some ways it almost looks like a snap kit.
Unfortunately, modern cars kind of look like a snap kit when you open them.
Okay. He's got the Coca-Cola and McDonald's bag in there.
I mean, I have that one sitting right back there. The same one he built. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That was nice. He put the Coke in there.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Coke cup in there, yeah.
So how you doing, Aries?
Busy season is halfway done.
I haven't seen you in a while. You've been busy working.
Working and camping, and camping stopped, and then working got crazy. And now I got some time on the bench.
Needless to say, it's good to see you.
Yeah. Good to see you guys, too. I was excited when I actually got a chance to come on at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
Oh, Bob says it's exciting coming on air at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So what do you have on your bench?
I'm working on a box stock build, which is kind of in pieces, gluing. I just finished. Here, I'll show you a finished product. Oh. Come on, you. Out of here. as it starts falling apart. So I can glue the gas tank on. There you go.
Wow. I want to build a bike.
Build a chopper.
Wow.
Look at this side. This was my Halloween build. That's how long I've been. Let's see if I can get close.
Oh, this, you can't. Let's go. I had a friend of mine who had a Springer, Harley Springer, and it was in the skull motif. It was actually pretty cool. And so what does he do? He totals it. Now he has a Fat Bob, I think it's called, and I don't think he's doing a skull motif. He's doing something else.
Ah, okay.
I don't recall what he's doing with it. Oh yeah, that's a
nice.
that's a 16 scale, isn't it?
Oh, no, that 16 scale's sitting upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is the 25 scale then.
Which is, if you buy the 16 scale, it's the exact copy. It's actually 12, but it's the exact copy. All they did is bump up the scale.
Mm-hmm. I haven't finished my Cobra. I got a 16 scale Cobra.
Cool. Yeah, I've been building and buying trucks.
I tried to light it, and I did succeed in doing it, but of course Ralph's board that I had, I totally destroyed. So this is how far along I got on my Cobra. I need to put the windshield on, and I can't get this one door on driver's side to behave. On 16 scale, they can have, you know, the hood and the like open. They are hinged, and even the trunk. There's the interior. I tried to light the dashboard, but it became very problematic. I haven't really attached it to the chassis just yet. And it's the first time I wired my own engine.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out.
Oh man, that's cool. Sweet. Oh, you even got them nice tied down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, that wasn't so hard to do because my wires are actually copper wired.
Okay.
So they hold their shape, you know? So it looks like they're tied down. So that's my version into 16 scale cars. I got a Mustang, a 65 hardtop Mustang. In fact, there's the box to it, right there. Oh, there it is.
My next build for you.
But what I'm working on right now is kind of helping Bob out.
Yeah. Somehow I don't know. What do you need help with, Bob?
Check it out.
Oh yes.
I do have the guns lit up. And I want to light up the engines, but that's okay. I didn't prepare. I'm not the best Cub Scout, Boy Scout. But this is the Revel kit. This is not the Pop kit, Pop Together kit. And just now I filled in the slots that were for the stand that I broke. No slots left. So I put in a post stand, and it's hollow, so I can do the wiring. And there it is.
Yeah. That's gonna look sweet.
So,
Yeah.
right. I'm working on the cockpit right now. I want to light it with fiber optic, and because there's also a little figure that it comes with, so it's going to be in flight mode and not. You can build this kit with landing gear. I haven't built anything with landing gear, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you scared of landing gear or what? You just don't...
Other than cars, the things I like to build fly or float.
Yeah.
Meaning not even boats.
Speaking of cars, Jack, I was out in my garage for no particular reason the other day, and I found a kit that I forgot that I had. The box has obviously been badly worn because this is an original release, but I'm going to build this.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
You know, you can get a lot of money for
Oh.
that.
Not in this condition.
I think you'd be surprised.
So many times there are 1,000 out there.
But I did start it back in 1984 when it came out. That's as far as I got on it. But the kit itself is all still in perfect condition. So I'm going to have to try to figure out a way to make the Larson circuit go, the lights back and forth, because I'm going to want that to happen. And on this particular model, it's not really designed to do that. In fact, all it is some little lines etched in the plastic. So, but I'll figure out a way to do it. But I even built a tool to help with painting things like car bodies and such. I bent a piece of aluminum, put that on there, so that and put some.
What do you think of that, Harry?
So that I can paint car bodies and stuff and not touch them and screw them up. And actually, I can paint anything that I can fit them inside. But
Yeah.
I saw a tool that looked like this, and they wanted $30 for it. So I figured, I'll bet I can build one for less than $1, and I did.
I always liked my coat hanger.
Yeah, the coat hanger's a great idea. I was actually going to do that, and then I saw, hey, I've got this strip aluminum here. Why not?
Well, yeah, you might as well. It's probably a little more sturdy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that Tamiya, there's that Tamiya painting stand that people talk about, that rotates and stuff, and that's basically just coat hanger wire that holds the model.
Yeah.
Well, I dig lighting the models, whether they're like I don't know how you guys feel about it. There's only a few static models like this 2500 scale Enterprise I'm going to hang on my Christmas tree. It looks like a Christmas ornament anyway. But I do a lot of lighting because I really enjoy doing it. And there is something to screen share, and this is oh heck, what the hell is his name? Craig Kerr. He's definitely a Star Trek builder, but he builds a lot of different things. And this is going to be one thing, and he lights things too. There we go. And this is it lit up, so we must wonder what it is. And here it is.
Oh.
It's a diorama.
Oh, it's Alien build.
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator, Requiem.
Yeah.
Yes. But it could be thought of as military,
That's sweet.
It's got the gore.
The gore is important.
Yes. He's got the headlights.
I like that.
I like it. Come on. Okay. I guess that would be it. Yeah, that would be it. So, what do you guys have? Have you lit anything?
Thought about it.
Thought about it.
I've got a cattle trailer. I want to figure out how to light up a whole back into it. If anybody knows how to run that many LED lights around a cattle trailer.
Well, some of those rigs, and what do you call it? The badass Canadian. What's his name?
Rick Howard.
Rick. Now his that's all he builds is rigs. Big Mack trucks, Peterbilts and whatnot, and all the different scales. And I've seen his work. He is absolutely amazing. Now, if you can light those things.
It'd be not too hard with a LED strip tape.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Jack, here's the TWA Moonliner. that I built, I lit that, and that's just a single piece of strip lighting inside, and the power to it goes down through one of these legs. Actually, goes down through two of them into the base and then out. So that it can light. But it looks pretty when it's sitting there, especially when there's no other lights on. That it just lights up nice and looks good. The model's not designed to be lighted, but dang it, I wanted it lighted. So.
It's all hollow in there, so it's not too hard to throw some lights in there.
Oh yeah, well, if there's room, I'm probably going to put lights in it. So.
You managed to put some lights, or a light at least, in your 144 Luna.
Yeah, there's two lights in that Luna. One up in the very top, and then one down inside where you can see the interior. Yeah,
That was pretty cool. Yeah, I like that.
Well, old timers, you know what this is?
Yep.
My favorite
From
Martin.
Oxford, built this, and he's pretty proud, and I must say, he's good reason to be proud of that paint job on Uncle Martin's spaceship.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Uncle Martin figure is a vinyl figure too.
Mhm.
The kit is ABS plastic, but the figure is vinyl. And he forgot to put the antenna on it, and he said that, but
Yeah, I was noticing that. I thought it was just, where's Martin's antenna? I didn't see it.
It's an interesting concept for a spaceship. It almost looks like a coffin.
yeah.
But
Well,
I just,
it was an early 1960s TV show that had a limited budget, but they needed the spaceship there, and so they built a full-scale one.
Yeah.
Looks like
To me-
a soapbox race.
To me, it looks it's just one of the old Jaguars. Sorry, American Jaguars. The E-type.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun to make into a like a three-wheeled motorcycle or something?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, wasn't it called a Moggy?
See, that
We
sucker's
have a car over here. It's the Morgan three-wheeler. It has two wheels up front, one wheel at the back. And I think the chassis from that would fit in Uncle Martin's spaceship.
all we have here in the States is a three-wheeled motorcycle. So it's the Can-Am. I don't know who builds them. I think Can-Am. I think Suzuki. I don't know.
Same guys to build a Cadoos.
Yeah.
Doug Drexler owns a it's a copy of the Uncle Martin spaceship, but it's a full scale, rebuild of the spaceship. So
Well, our friend and member, Joe McCaslin, is at it again, and he's saying, "Look, Mom, no pins." And this is a wing of a airplane he's building from World War II. I'm probably butchering what it is, but
Messerschmitt or BF-109.
Yeah.
okay, excellent. I just think his work is meticulous and
yeah.
very interesting how he's putting this together, very much the same way as the real thing has been put together.
Then he'll cover it up.
And then we'll cover it up. Yeah, that's... At least he's got pictures. At least he's got pictures. And just a big fan of his work.
Yeah, that looks sweet.
Any meticulous work you guys done and had to cover up?
Oh, yeah.
I used to build the occasional wooden ship model, and I put all kinds of detail inside one of the cabins and things like that. And after I was done putting all that detail in, I realized once I'm finished planking, you're never going to see it. It's just It's in there, but it's, unless I leave a plank off or something, you're never going to see it. And so
Yeah.
my attitude is, if you're not going to see it, I'm not putting it in.
Yeah, I had a 148 scale P130 Hercules, and you detail the cabin on the inside beautifully, and then you put it together, and since you just can't see it. It took me 3 months to build the first one, and about 6 weeks to build the second one.
And Craig Kerr is sense of humor too. Shaun the Sheep. It must be a British thing. To me, they look like peeps, Easter peeps, marshmallow peeps.
Yeah.
These are the three little pigs. I'm not familiar with Shaun the Sheep. You tell us, Randall.
TV show's a spin-off of a spin-off. It's I don't know if you know about it, Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit, I do know.
The plasticine animation thing that's done by Aardman in Yorkshire, I think. They did an episode which featured Shaun the Sheep, and now Shaun himself has spun off in a new TV show, and this is from that. It's for kids, but it is quite funny. You have to if you catch it sometime, watch it. It is really funny.
Our Simpsons, that's been on for like 100 years, our badly made cartoon show, is a spin-off from a variety show from Tracy Ullman. Tracy Ullman is a comedian who had a variety show many years ago, back in the late 80s, I believe.
Yep.
And I thought the world of her. I thought she was very funny. And between scenes, they would have this cartoon called The Simpsons, and they would do these 1-minute skits.
30-second.
What's that?
30-second. They were only 30 seconds long, yeah.
Yeah, and it was so popular that it was spun off as a very popular adult cartoon. I'm not much of a Simpsons fan, but the fans that are very cultic about it.
How old is Bart now? He should be, what, 30-something or other?
Bart should be actually 40 already, because he was 8 to 10 years old in the TV show. And it's been on 30 years. So, yeah, you're right, 40 years old. Yeah, he should be 40.
And you know what, Jack, this has nothing to do with modeling, but do you know what Bart will become? It has been established in canon what his job will be when he's an adult.
What's that?
This is no joke. Bart will become Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. That has absolutely been established in the show.
Well, we do need a Chief Justice. Cowabunga.
Yeah. We know what Lisa's going to be.
On the Chief Justice?
Lisa's going to be a nun, I hope. That'll keep her making any guy's life miserable.
She'll be a nun. None of this or none of that.
That's what they call none. None of this and none of that, right?
So I got a modeling question for you guys.
Okay.
I'm hearing about putting excess sprue in your glue. What does that do?
I actually did that just the other day. I took a bunch of sprue.
Yeah.
Filled this up with sprue, and then filled it with liquid and now in English, filled it with liquid glue because it makes a putty basically that becomes when it hardens, it becomes styrene. And it works really well.
So what glue did you use?
I used my homebrew glue, which is basically just a lot like 10X or something like that, You
can just use acetone too.
Yeah, acetone works real well too.
Or something handy I like is if you get like one of the glow-in-the-dark models.
Yeah.
And the filler you use on it won't glow in the dark. But if you make a little bottle of using the sprue from your glow-in-the-dark model, then your putty glows in the dark too. So when you're done, everything still glows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. You want me to make a glow-in-the-dark, was it General Lee?
Well, like I've got the interplanetary UFO, or a lot of the figure models, the horror ones, they all glow in the dark. And it allows you to your filler, scene filler, to still glow.
Yeah, I did that. I did that with a model of Slimer from Ghostbusters, and I melted the glow in the dark sprue, and he looks better glow in the dark than he does with the lights on. So.
So he's working better.
That sounds like some of the people I slept with.
Oh.
Set him stump.
There's the PG rating.
Well, you can only do PG for so long.
The Hangout's marked 18 plus. We can say any damn thing we want.
Good old Britishisms like.
Well, that begs the question, though. Is there any like X-rated model kits out there?
Oh yeah.
I've never saw that.
Yeah,
This is raw with the boobs. Okay, I'm not talking about the stylized model kits. I'm talking about like real pornography. Real pornography.
Yeah, there
To
are.
get into the figurines, yeah.
Yeah, the Japanese, I think, probably do a lot of that.
The Japanese have a lot of resin kits and vinyl kits that
What's
are.
interesting in Japanese pornography, they can't show full frontals without being covered up, so they like do a wet T-shirt type of thing. But
Well, they can't show
nude figures. They can do nude paintings. They can do a lot of, but actual people can't be nude.
They can't show genitalia.
Yeah, they can't show genitalia.
Yeah, and well, they can show the genitalia, but they can't show the insertion.
Mm-hmm.
But you can insert a tentacle off a crazy monster inside every orifice that she has in full detail.
Yeah.
Where else can we find out about Japanese pornography? Really?
What? Believe it or not, I'm watching Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
That explains a lot why Godzilla's so popular.
Why all that? What's it? All that anime is so popular where they got all the tentacles and all that shit. It's because they're not allowed to show stuff.
Wow.
Oh, and in case it's a sexual toy, they're called dolls. That's why dildos have faces on them. It's
Jack, you okay?
Well, I was just thinking you can put a face of your favorite politician on one of those things because you're going to.
Oh, I still know where you're going with that. We'll just stop that.
Politicians screw us. I mean, might as well make it literal.
Okay, we're gonna check the subject. Look what I found a case of. Guys went out of business. Yeah, a case of Google. I was like, all right, dude. They don't make it anymore.
Here I am thinking, Jack, put the picture of your least favorite politician on it, and then the word anal comes to mind. So
That's where Jack was going to begin with.
Well, I suppose it makes a change from the politicians. You. No, that was.
I can't think of any other good use for really, I can't think of any better use for some people's images. Really, seriously.
Let me ask you, what's your opinion of gun control? Let me pull that out of my ass.
Or worse yet, this is what I think about abortion. Boy, it's really descended.
That's really, I don't know.
back to models. Anyway, nobody was watching us at that point, but somebody was watching us when we made the comment about politicians' faces being on dildos. So, and they had to leave.
I was gonna say they're not.
Oh, I got an idea. Let me get off the internet and try that out. You know.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh God.
It's descended. You know what? I'm trying to find more.
I think we may have finally figured out why we tend to have more viewers on the Across the Pond Hangout than we do on the Sunday night.
Well, maybe the international people have less or better sensibilities than Americans do. I think. You know.
Well, they're a lot less prudish in most
Well,
cases.
that's my point. That's my point. I mean, this puritanical baloney. Well, anyway, have you ever built a model of a Puritan?
Yes. Well, it wasn't. I didn't build the model, but I did. I did have a. I was in a figure building contest, and you had no choice over the figure you were given. They would give you a figure, and then you had to paint it. And I got a Quaker, so that's kind of close to a Puritan.
So,
I better do a kit of the Mayflower. Is that close enough?
yeah, that's the ones.
I just had a fleeting thought. The Puritans meet Freddy Krueger. That would be fun.
Ooh.
I don't know. I just think some modelers really like the gory stuff. That's just my point.
Yeah.
There are some really nice resin kits out of the Philippines, like the garage kits, where you can get some good gore going.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you remember the movie Dracula, like the one that was with Aldman?
Oh, Gary Oldman.
Yes.
There's an actual resin kit of, is it Mary? Yeah, I think her name was Mary and Dracula in the garden.
Oh, really?
And it's a lot more graphic than the movie.
Wow.
Pornographic, almost graphic.
Wow.
Almost hit send, and the cart hit PayPal, and then the wife came downstairs and said, "You realize we have a 6-year-old?" I went, but it's so artistic. I want to paint flesh. Draw blood, the whole thing. She goes, "No, you have a 6-year-old. You can't do that stuff anymore."
When my daughter was about 6, I tended to like watching horror movies, and she would come in, and I would explain to her exactly how they did that, you know. And I was doing a lot of theatrical and TV makeup at the time, and I'd get the kit out, and I'd show, this is how you make a scar, this is how they do the blood, and everything like that on it, and you know, so she was able to see them and not really get scared and not have it influence her because she knew it was all fake and she knew how they did it.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
She even named her son Vincent. She named her son Vincent after Vincent Price. So.
Yes. He was also from St. Louis, Jack.
Yes?
Vincent Price was also from St. Louis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another Missourian.
Missourian or Missourin?
Depends on where you live at.
Well, you know, when it comes to Missouri, I have to ask, how do you people say, like Missouri, they say Missouri or Missouri? I mean, how do you say certain things in Missouri? Missouri.
Depends on where you're at. If you live in the city, it's Missouri. If you live in the country, it's Missouri.
I see. I'm trying to find these pictures. There was a guy who joined the community about a week or two ago. His name is Don Gilchrist.
Oh yeah.
And he just like, when he first joined, he just like totally flooded Amazing Plastic with a lot of photos. It's sort of like instead of doing an album, he just posted each picture individually.
Yeah, he didn't know how to do an album at the time.
Okay.
That's all.
I'm trying to find his some of his pictures.
Rocket guy.
Yeah, the rocket guy, and I did get onto. He has some photos of himself. He looks like a 1970s hair band member. He's actually a really cool guy. His work is just beyond understanding for me, anyway. Here is, I guess, a prototype of a moon lander.
Yeah, it's kind
Wow.
of based on the one that NASA intended to use along with the Orion spacecraft, but got cancelled, I believe.
But
Yeah.
what gets me about this is that he has the European Space Administration logo on it.
Yeah.
The European Space Administration has been doing quite a bit of work in outer space. They were the first to land on a comet just recently, and there's a lot of other unsung missions that they have accomplished. They are actually in competition with the Chinese to land on the moon again. And where are the Americans? Well, they got politicians' images on certain things. That's what's happening there. But
okay.
I think this guy just makes some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Chinese think the moon's probably part of their sphere of influence.
Who? The Americans?
No, the Chinese.
Well, you know, the Chinese have come a far way reinventing the wheel. You know,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We deal with them up here in Canada too. They have a habit of thinking that for some reason the Arctic is part of their sphere of influence.
Oh, there you go.
I'm like, what?
And Mercury Craft, he makes a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. Like some people do the trucks, or just the cars, or just sci-fi. This guy does a lot of things for real outer space, not sci-fi outer space.
Yeah. I love the old Mercury spacecraft. The astronauts used to joke that you don't get into the Mercury craft, you just put it on. You know?
Right. So what
Yeah,
got
it was
me
really
about
tiny.
this
Yeah,
cover
they kind of slide in sideways. So you get into the Mercury capsule.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what got me about his cover page here is that when I saw this, I was mortified, and I just realized how American-centric I was. It's
Eiffel Tower instead of the Statue of Liberty.
Like I say, that's from Planet of the Apes, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
for the original movie, yeah.
But that's
That's one, yeah.
Now, if they put the Statue of Liberty, that would be Spaceballs.
No, Spaceballs did not have the statue. I can't remember what they had, but it wasn't the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, the maid. That was right.
it was the maid, yeah. But that is that the Eiffel Tower?
Yes.
It is
Top of the Eiffel Tower, yeah.
Yeah.
under the Blackwell Tower, which is a small-scale version of the Eiffel Tower. Blackwell Tower would be more believable. It's already beside the sea.
Yeah. Well, so is the Statue of Liberty, but
Yeah. Well, the Eiffel Tower's a wee bit further away from the ocean than either of those two.
Yeah.
There's a hell of a lot of global warming going on.
I don't like the ocean nor the beaches. I just don't like those places. So.
The sea's full of things that don't want you there. You know, sharks, octopus. Like, why go there?
I'm more afraid of the
You see them coming. It's got to be a certain person to like certain things, I guess.
that's how I feel about downtown Grand Rapids. It's full of people that just don't want me there.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to close that. Okay. I'm trying to find more pictures of our community's goings on. I had these eventually bookmarked.
Talking about
There you go, Jack.
finding.
There's one of my 48-hour builds from the other week.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Nice.
Oh wow!
Nice
That's going to be that's the color of it, silver, all silver.
Well, it's this. Oh, what's it called?
Pewter.
It was a Kmart color. I actually built that in a yurt.
Kmart color. Well, it kind of looks pewterish.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, pewter or something along that lines. Yeah, I built that in a yurt.
Wow. What scale is that?
1/25.
Wow.
Oh, wow. It looks bigger
You
than
can build a model. That just goes to show you can build a model anywhere.
That's true. Anywhere?
I built that camping, dude.
I don't know. I make mountain pies when I go camping. What do you do? I build models.
You're gonna make me
That'd
call
be-
camping or sitting in a yurt that's pre-made. All I do is roll in, put in the bed, and start cooking. I'm building the model.
Well, that's true. I mean, if you're cooking for a living, the last thing you want to do is roast marshmallows, I guess.
To me, that would be one heck of a carpet monster, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. The old carpet monster would actually carry bits away into the forest.
You know,
I lost it. It was gone.
we were talking about various things, and I just come across Don's picture that I wanted to show.
Yep.
He does like the missiles.
That's right after my own heart. He's got an Atlas back there. He's got a modified Atlas for the Mercury. Wow.
I'd like to have him on. I'd like to have him on. So if anybody ever talks to him, try to get him on the Hangout, because I want to talk to him about his builds.
That's that. You know, that brings up an interesting question about where is the weirdest place that you've ever sat and worked on a model?
At home.
That's not weird.
Oh, you don't know my household.
Weirdest place I ever.
Well, I don't. I'd say I haven't built a model anywhere other than at home. I mean, contrary to what you might think, I'm pretty private about my model building. I really don't talk about it in my real life.
Mm.
They'll say, "Well, how was the weekend?" And I had like I say, I had an internet broadcast. What about? I'm like, well, model building. Models? Who models? And I say scale models. I don't know what that is. You know what model kits are? Oh, okay. It's too much of an explanation. It's a hobby that's not widely, how should I say, recognizable when you're talking in regular lexicon. You know, it's not like clubbing or collecting stamps. Even has more notoriety than scale modeling, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I took the commuter train up to where I am from Toronto yesterday, and I had 2 truck kits and 2 trailer kits with me, and I've never had so many conversations in my life on the train.
Well, all I get is like, okay, like,
Yeah.
wow, all right.
No, I had all these people looking at me going, oh, that's cool, and then it's just like, wow, I'm like, going, really, guys? It's a model, but okay. It's nice to see people are wanting questions.
Yeah, why is model building playing with toys? Well, yeah, sure. Why not?
Those-
Jack for people to actually show them some of the models, and they go, "Oh, wow, that's especially the one." No.
Well, yeah, it does come a point where your skill level goes to the point where people go oohs and ahs, and then it goes from like you're playing with toys to oohs and ahs.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you open up the box and they think, oh, it's all pre-painted. No, it's white.
Yeah.
And this is what it looks like when I'm done. And they go, what? Yeah.
I don't think skill modeling is appreciated like other hobbies.
It really isn't. It's considered. Most people consider it a little boy hobby,
Yeah.
and anything that we can do to get that thought out of there. I mean, I got no problem with it being a little boy hobby, but it's so much more than that. So
If it's a little boy hobby, can we make them little boy prices?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
a real
actually,
good point.
Is they have little boy models, and they cost more than my models.
Mm,
That's called Lego.
yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of Legos have gotten pretty sophisticated. They're getting more real and real. When I was researching the X-Wing for my build, I come across the Lego X-Wing that they debuted, I don't know, not even a year ago in New York, in Times Square.
Mm,
Well,
Look it up. It's actually quite impressive.
you talk about that. I actually found a magazine last week. It's all dedicated to high-level Lego builds.
Mhm.
There's even places now you can order custom Lego parts now.
yeah.
I think Randall's holding up Legos. Are you holding up Legos?
Why not? Bella
He's holding up Legos.
collects Lego and sells it, makes a lot of money doing it.
Oh my God! I think your kids are really jealous of you. You could go out and buy a $60 Lego kit and put it together, and they're like, "Oh, Dad, that's like for me, and you didn't buy it for me." No, it's not.
I use Legos to build. I use Legos to build dams, basically, for when I'm doing making like a silicone mold. Because I can make the dam the size I want it to be to hold in the silicone and everything. But that's really about the only thing I use them for.
Randall loves the story. Last week, everybody, do you have Free Cycle in the States?
Oh, what?
Free Cycle? It's like a Yahoo community where you free cycle your stuff, like you recycle it for free, you post what you get, stuff like this.
I've never heard of it, but we probably have it.
This guy free cycled 8 boxes of Technics Lego.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, we're going to go pick them up, and I'm thinking, little boxes. No. They were 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet square.
Wow.
Whoa.
Boxes of Technique. I'm looking at it going, what are you going to do with that? How many kits are in there? There was the Ferrari, there was everything in that thing. And I'm like, now what are you going to do? And then she's like, I'll sell it.
Guys,
And then the 7-year-old found it. Now he's 7. It's like, so much for all that great Lego we could sell.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to shoot off now because I have to be in town to collect somebody coming off the train.
We'll be leaving shortly anyway.
Yeah. Hey, Randall.
Thanks, Randall, for showing up.
Have a good day, Randall.
Hey, thanks, guys.
See you later.
Well, I wanted to screen share one more thing if it was popping up.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the page for one of events that we started last year, obviously, because it's second annual. It's our 48-hour Hangout. That's going to start next Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern. That would be probably about 1 p.m. in the UK, and probably in the middle of the night for Bob there. But this is a hangout that we have some members who are anchoring it. We're going to try to get 48 hours in and not 64 like we did last year. It was a very long hangout, and yeah, it was very successful beyond my expectation. Anyway, I thought somehow the link would be dropped when I go to bed and do my real life things, and no, Spike in Australia is hanging on to it, and he invites people. He hangs out with people that he doesn't normally hang out with, and same with me. People show up, come and go, and that's what this hangout is about. Because you can't be on a broadcast hangout, you got no excuse. Once a year, you can pop in and hang out with your fellow modelers. And last year, there was about 50 different people that showed up in the 64 hours.
Yeah.
I thought that was extraordinary, and I met people that don't normally hang out. They don't really like to or don't have time to, but they stopped by for a few minutes and shared what they had to offer. So I just wanted to promote that. Coming up next week on Friday, that would be November 28th.
Yep.
I'll be anchoring it. It's not going to be a broadcast hangout, so nobody's going to know that you were on except us.
Oh, so nobody will know we were talking about Japanese tentacle sex.
Japanese tentacle sex.
But on the tentacle, there will be a picture of.
You know, for the 48 hours hangout, we can try to put any 3 words together, like Japanese tentacle sex. So you could come up with the most ridiculous combination of 3 words.
That'd be a great name for a hard metal band, though.
I was thinking more along the lines of like a Sarah McLachlan type band.
Oh, it's too early in the morning for me.
I'm only getting one coffee. I need another one for sure. And I made.
Anyway, guys, it's been an hour, and it's an hour that I really enjoyed doing. And yeah, I like the Across the Pond Hangouts because I'm fresh and perky and sleepy at the same time. Just come to, and if you're watching, and if you have watched this on the YouTube channel, join us at Amazing Plastic, the Google Plus community. There's a lot of things happening. A lot of things are starting to evolve out of the community. It's going to happen outside of the community itself. I see it happening, and a lot of people share a lot of stuff. The first thing I do when I come home from work every day is have dinner, and after dinner I check out the community, see who's posted what. And it's amazing stuff. It's amazing stuff. A lot to share, and do share yourself. And thank you for watching. And of course, keep on modeling. And I'd like to thank Aries. I haven't seen in a while. It's already winter again. Once again, he said he was going to go camping in the summer and build models there. Thanks for joining us, Aries. And Bob, thanks for joining us and sharing what you have. And James, I'm gonna plant a forest for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you're the paper modeler. And, of course, Jay, thanks for joining us and sharing. And, of course, Randall, who had left us earlier, thank you for all sharing. And happy modeling, everyone. See you next week on the 28th for the 48-hour Hangout. Do stop by. Have a good day.
Good day.